state turnback money for 2010 was $593,991. Our road tax was $174,433. On the next page, you'll see in 2010 there were no murders. That's a blessing. In 2009 there were 4. Rape was up by 5 in 2010. Robbery was down by 11. We had 24 in 2009, 13 in 2010. Burglary was down. We had 159 burglaries reported. That's all from 188 in 2009. Theft was down. 217 reported cases. In 2009 we had 277. Motor vehicle theft was up by 8. We had 19 total in 2010. Assault was down. We had 77 reported cases. That's down from 110 the previous year. Central Dispatch is made up of Miss Dawn Knighton. She has 3 full-time employees. The 911 system for 2010, it handled 18,472 calls. That was up 1,711 from 2009. Those calls break down. The Magnolia Police Department had 10,357. Lincoln County Sheriff's Department had 6,097. Waldo had 732. Magnolia Fire Department had 137. Rural Fire 135, and the University had 96. The Fire Department is made up of Chief Greg Penner, has 12 regular paid firefighters, 9 volunteers. They each have 2,000 hours of training that they conducted in 2010. There were 24 drills, and they had training sessions in 2010. 16 firefighters attend each session. I asked Chief Penner this morning to make sure I was right. $1,900,000,000 worth of property was protected in the year 2010. 13,500 people saved insurance by the great job that the Magnolia Fire Department does. In 2010, the Magnolia Fire Department responded to 137 alarms. The street department is made up of Ricky Wilson, the street superintendent, who I would say has done a great job these past weeks with the snow on our streets. He's made our streets passable for our police to continue to do the great job they do. In 2010, there were 7 miles of city street paved, 9 miles of streets were striped, 1,000 foot of sidewalk replaced, 450 foot of culvert, 143 tons of asphalt was laid in repairing our streets. We made 9 street cuts for our plumbers. We cut 10 miles of raw water line for the water department, so as you see, we work with other departments. During mosquito time, he has 1 full-time employee that works 3 to 4 nights a week keeping our streets sprayed for us. Last year, we added 1 piece of equipment. This was a skid steer. It had a jackhammer and a bucket with forks. That has been a blessing. Building Inspector J.D. Miller, who recently retired, had 81 building permits in 2010, and that was a total of a little over $5 million. Mr. David Nelson, who many of you know has taken Mr. Miller's place. Animal Control had 579 calls, 114 were reported lost dogs, 23 of those lost dogs were put back with their owners. Last year, 146 dogs had to be destroyed, only 4 were adopted. Parks and Recreation, Mr. John Manley takes care of 4 city parks and a community center. The Magnolia Boys and Girls Club hosted the 9-year-old Cal Ripken tournament, which is, they used our part of the park on the north side there. He takes care of East Side Swimming Pool, and we had 2,659 swimmers use the pool in 2009. Miss Debbie Chatelaine is our city treasurer. Miss Judy Hayes is her assistant. Miss Rachel Waller is our clerk. The entire staff in City Hall have done a fantastic job thus far with me, and I want to thank them. I'm going to jump over District Court because Mr. Mike Boyd is here to make a presentation to us. Ronnie Bell is our city attorney. helps us with ordinances, he writes resolutions, has been a great help and does a great job for us. The water department has 12 full-time employees. Mr. Robert Baxley is the general manager over water. That has been an asset. Robert's going to make a presentation just shortly to you that will answer some more questions about our water. Wastewater department, Mr. Russell Thomas is the wastewater superintendent. He has 5 other licensed personnel. In 2010, the wastewater system took on improvements. Highway 79 project from Walgreens going north, the Partee lift station, and County Road 13 improvements were made, which I believe is north of the fairgrounds, if I'm not mistaken. Some goals that I've set for myself this year. First, I want to thank the citizens for placing their faith in me as your new mayor. I've set many goals for myself for the city of Magnolia this new year. I want to find some way to secure funding for a new police building that will give both the police department, central dispatch, and our fire department more room. And anytime you'd like to take a tour, you'll know what I mean. It's pretty cramped over there. I've asked each department head to give me a wish list of improvements that they'd like to see happen in Magnolia. I'm working with many different agencies trying to secure grants and accomplish as many as possible. My most heartfelt goal is to improve the quality of life, not just for a few, but for the entire city of Magnolia. I hope to begin this spring taking down eyesore homes that are unsafe and health hazards to the citizens. I have also already begun picking trash up on Saturday with community service. We'll continue that work through the week with John Mannion and Parks. I have a good working relationship right now, and I will continue to, with MEDC Director Kenny Hambrise to help her in securing jobs for our community. I want to see the citizens of Magnolia come together and make the city safer and a better place to live, work, and play. I cannot do it alone. It will take all of us willing to work together to make this happen. My being mayor is not about me, it's about the people. I also plan to work with the local high school seniors and their counselors to try to find local employment after graduation for some that don't plan college or further their education. The city of Magnolia had another good fiscal year in 2010. While other cities have decreased, our city has done a good job in watching its cost and budgeting. The city general fund ended with $23,650 surplus. Streets ended with $56,700. I want to thank the city employees, including all department heads, the city council for working together as we keep a watch over the city's expenses. This has allowed us to continue operating without layoffs and provide health insurance to our employees. I believe 2011 will be another tough economic year. I, along with department heads and city council, will continue to monitor our economic conditions and will make the needed changes. May God bless Magnolia. Parnell Vann, Mayor.